Well, howdy everybody. I ain't no financial guru. I ain't no genius of money, but guess what? I'm gonna tell you a little story, and if you listen to my story all the way through, you might get some real good advice about some investing and practical things. Because sometimes you watch these YouTube guys and you just can't relate. They're like, hey, just do this and that and make a lot of money. But let me tell you what, man, this is the truest, as true story as you can get. So, long time ago, 10 years actually to be exact, I was living in Arizona. I was living in a place called Granada Estates. I was with my family. My family moved into a beautiful trailer park, and it was 2012. And at that time, the whole economy crashed, and everybody lost their jobs. Well, we didn't have jobs, except we was kind of, selling a little bit of some drugs and stuff a long time ago. Things were tough, and then, things like that. And, so, I wasn't, but, some people in my family that will go nameless might have been. Anyways, they was, we had this trailer. It was 10 of us, and 2012. Now, shortly after this, I was sitting on the internet doing my usual thing late at night, just kind of jerking off to some naked yoga and breast augmentation videos on YouTube. And then, just out of sheer luck, this video popped up like this one might have for you. And it came on, and it was this guy named Dave Ramsey. And good old Dave, he told me how to save money and how to buy these things called mutual funds that yield like 12% every year. So I was like, oh, that's great. So I searched high and low. And I was like, you know what? I need to buy these things, but I had no money. So first, I went and got me a job at Taco Bell. And that didn't really pay very well, so I got me another job. So I had two jobs at Taco Bell and one at Del Taco. I figured if they didn't want Taco Bell, they'd just go right across the street, Del Taco, and the competition's covered. And that's what I did. And so anyways, I got me my two jobs. I was working every day, 5 days a week, all day long. And that was real hard. So, and the caffeine and the cocaine wasn't very good, so I needed something else. And also, it was cheaper, so I got on one of the amphetamines, the methamphetamine. And anyways, so I got that, and I was able to stay up for 5 days a week, and then 2 days on the weekend I took a break. So I worked at Taco Bell, and then when I worked at Taco Bell and then Del Taco, I was making almost $5,000 a year, okay? And then by luck, I saw the Dave Ramsey video, and I kept searching for these mutual funds that made 12%. I could not find them at all. And then another by luck chance, because I watched a Dave Ramsey video, I guess my feed got, it went from all the naked yoga and breast augmentation down to all the financial guys. So then people started popping up like Graham Stephan.
Is that a gram?
I don't remember what I learned from Graham Stephan.
Although before we begin, I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody who hits the like button and comments down below.
Another guy was Marco Whiteboard Finance, and he taught me about Vanguard. And so this thing, an ETF called the Vanguard VOO, and it returned like 8 or 9% a year. And I was like, that's good. I can't find no 12% like Dave Ramsey says. But at least I learned how to save from Dave. And then I found the VOO Vanguard ETF from Marco Whiteboard Finance. Now, this was 2014, and 2 years in, basically all my family members, they was gone, and I inherited the trailer that they bought. It was free and clear at this time. Most of them passed away. A couple went to prison, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So I was just me at that trailer, and I really didn't care too much more for Granada Estates. But anyways, for the next rest of the years, I worked Taco Bell and Del Taco, and I put away $40,000 a year. I didn't care to buy anything else. The drugs I needed. There's 3 things in life, okay? 3 essentials, and they can be summed up by the acronym F.D.A. Food, drugs, and ass. That's really all I cared about, and since I had the shelter covered because the thing was paid off, I was good. So all my money really, the food. Okay, so I'll tell you how this is going to be the nuggets, okay? The nuggets of wisdom. So I worked 2 jobs, okay? I put away $18,000. I made roughly $4,800 a month. Let's say $50,000 a year, okay, from both jobs before tax. I put away 18 grand into a 401k, invested it right into VOO. Didn't fuck around. And then I took that comes off your money right there, okay? That's 32 grand left, okay? And then there was a bunch of write-offs I had. I opened up, someone told me to open up an S corporation, and you could basically write off everything. So I wrote off a van, TVs, and I even slipped in a few hookers in there for some late night entertainment, because if you got these meals and entertainment category you can write off. So basically I got my income down to pretty much like 10 grand a year taxable income, and your standard deductions like 12 grand. So I paid no taxes. I also qualified for poverty below the line income and cash assistance and EBT cards. For those of you who don't know, that's food stamps. So my food was covered, my drugs were covered. I just needed the ass, but I was able to barter with some drugs with some local trailer hookers, and that was covered too. So I was living the dream, basically the American dream, okay? And putting away $18,000, and then I would double that up sometimes when I could and put away like $36,000, and just save. Food, drugs, ass, that was all covered, and then boom, 2022 hits, and my trailer's now worth, it was like 300 grand. And I was like, you know what? I should just sell. So guess what? I sold that trailer. And at this time, I had like 400 grand in the VOO. So I sold my trailer for 300 grand. I looked all over the place because I knew Taco Bell and Del Taco, I could get, I could job relocate anywhere that I wanted to and still get my careers back if I wanted. But you know what? I was like, I'm going to take it easy. I'm going to stop doing so much meth and just do one job, because the meth was for the 2 jobs and just needed one job. So what I did was I looked all over the world on the Ziller, Reshfish. So I don't know. There was a website I found, and I found a really beautiful multi-unit place. It was a 4-plex. It was in a beautiful southern Chicago suburb. So, you know what, I was like, I'm just going to move over there. I got in my van and I just left. I drove to the realtor, they sold my trailer, and after that closed, I just drove, okay? I was like, Taco Bell, I called the Taco Bell in the area I was going to relocate to. They was like, you come on over. Yeah, okay, you can get over here and you get a job immediately. And I was like, oh, fantastic. So, like I said, I had 400 grand in the VOO. Vanguard 500 ETF that trades that, you know what I'm saying? And it was all tax deferred. I didn't have to pay no taxes when I put that money in, because you can put up to like $18,000 a year in to the 401k. It was like easy. And so, that was 10 years ago. So now I got my multiplex, and there's me in 1 unit and then 3 other units, and I was like, you know what, I need to get some rent. And in this area, you can rent out each unit for $5.50 a month. So there you go. 5, 10, 15, $16.50. I make $16.50 a month. And I bought the unit cash. It was $60,000 for all 4 of the 4-plexes. So out of the 300, I had $240,000 left. And I just put that right in the VOO. And then Marco Whiteboard, he talked about this portfolio he made, and it was making dividends of 4%. And so I just copied that portfolio and I took my money out of the VOOs. I switched it. I went in from Vanguard. I opened an M1 finance account, and I put all my money in there. And now the dividends, it's like that. I put the 240 into it was 640. And so basically my life is all paid for, and I only work at Taco Bell part-time now. I was able to get off the methamphetamine, and I didn't need that because I was only working part-time. Didn't have to work 2 or 3 jobs. So, but unfortunately, maybe fortunately, now I'm able to qualify for disability. Someone told me I should go in because I was talking to unicorns the other day, and they was like, maybe you should go in and get some disability, and you won't even have to work at Taco Bell. And I was like, I love my job here. Why would I want to quit? So, but then anyways, I went into the disability office, and they said, yeah, you're retarded. You're pretty much fully retarded, and you qualify for the full benefits of $1,500 a month. And I was like, I was still talking to some unicorns, I think, at that point, but I was didn't really understand what they were saying to me. But anyways, then I got $1,500, and I quit my job at Taco Bell, and I live off the dividend income, and you know, I had $640,000 have in there. It's like almost $700,000 now in the dividend portfolio that Marco Whiteboard Finance told me to get. And you know what? I couldn't find those 12% mutual funds from Dave Ramsey, so fuck it. I was living off this $700,000 now. Okay, I got my multiplex paid off. I got $1,650 a month of rent coming in, and with the dividends, it's paying around 4% on 7. That's $28,000 a year, and it's all from the short-term gains that are taxed a little differently. And I got some write-offs and stuff. I still qualify for food stamps, so I got the $1,650 from rent. I got the $1,500 from disability. That's $3,350, and then I got like $2,000. I'm making like $6,000 a month, literally doing nothing. So now, you know, my food's covered because I'm still on the food stamps, and my drugs, well, I don't really need that, so I funneled all that money into ass. Now I can afford 3 hookers a night. I'm living the dream, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen. You know, and this is a regular old story, you know, and I'm legally retarded. So if I can do this, I think basically anyone can do this.